Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Songs of Conquest and the final 1v1 of the campaign. It is time to bring these Rana down. Unfortunately, they showed up. they are ready to kick our asses. 30 burrowers, 2 dragons. I mean, like, the 30 burrowers is not so bad, right? Because the AI is not very good at using burrowers. 30 Chaloon elders is a lot to chew through, but also Chaloon elders are not actually very good at fighting. Their extremely limited movement makes it tough for them to really get on you. And then on top of that, like, they do not take a repel very well. So I'm hoping we can make some advantage there. Okay, so we got a couple of upgraded recruit buildings. We need to have a moment here and look at what is going on in our new large structure, our new large settlement. We had a couple of rat warrens. Big fans of that. A big fan, singular. I am only one fan of that. Y'all familiar with my website, Only One Fan? We can definitely sell this form of the unseen and turn it into another summoning circle. That's going to be good for us. We'll flip this library into something else as well. There is literally no benefit from having more than one copy of a research building. So that's a thing that's worth working out. Stealthy to the rats is not really that exciting. I'm looking at, like, what do we want to do here upgrade wise? I don't think the initiative or the defense to the cultists is all that good. The initiative's kind of nice because it gets your song up earlier. The Arcana essence is definitely cool and good, but it's very expensive to get there. All of the upgrades for the High Legions are, I think, super worthwhile. Yeah, okay. I think that's what we're doing there. There is no rally point here, is the thing I am noticing. And we kind of need... I didn't ever pick up the tech that lets us build multiple things at a time, right? Yeah, it's always a little too expensive. She's already visited a lot of the power-up stuff outside of town. She can make it to this rally point this turn. The fact is, I don't want her to have to rush out. And it really sucks that the Rana have been as aggressive as they have been with teleporting in, because I just need like a little bit of time to get set up, but unfortunately we are not being given that time. Okay, this Farseer's vessel probably doesn't do very much for us. But I do need to come over here and hit this granary. I'm wondering about, actually, you know what, we might respawn Ambertina up here and have Ambertina cap a lot of this stuff then. Because I do think we got to get our second wielder into some kind of combat position relatively soon. So we're going to want to use a beacon to teleport to the action, and it'll probably be this one. But I think I'm going to run all the way out for this rally point, and on the way there we can hit a couple of valuable things. I like all these extra rat buildings. I think this is going to be good for us. This is some money you can grab on the way. You've already hit these ancient ruins. So yeah, we'll have you do that. Okay, we're all like maximally set up here, right? I guess we don't have the rally points that I was thinking about building here, but in the end I don't think we need it either. We could probably use more skeletons. And then at this point, like, is every other settlement as set as it's getting. I want to make sure we have building slots covered everywhere. What's my markets look like? We own 4 markets right now. So we could use this slot to just max out our markets and get, I think that's fine. Just get maximally efficient trade. And then you know what? Over here, rat warren. Never enough rats. Never, ever, ever. As I was saying. For real, if we can generate like a full angry stack of rats for Brother Halar to lead more frequently, that's gonna be a big deal. Okay. So that's flipped. Did he... Okay, Msugna did not actually get into the settlement. One of our beacons is right there. But is there actually a beacon around Brother Halar? Yeah, I mean, there's this one, which I can get to in 2 turns. I guess I need to come over here and hit this. Yeah, all right. First of all, you have some level up to take. I guess combat training? Secondly, rally point. Wait. Before we rally point, we run around to all those rat warrens we just built, and we level them up, and we level up all the rats that we built. All the rats that we built, you know, that we constructed piece by piece. There should be a button for this. Would really make things easier, because running a large empire, I guess, like, running an empire of this size is just, it's not a thing that you do all that often. I ran out of stone. Wild. I guess we really don't have that much stone income. All right, real quick, look down our buildings. What is still tier 1? The crypt that we just built is tier 1. That's unacceptable to me. Tier 2 crypt. Everybody in the upgrade pool. Tier 2. Everything else is looking pretty developed. That stoneworks is fine, I guess. I'm not going to spend the resources on those things. Shop is tier 1 of 1, which is weird. Okay, so I was going to recruit army stuff with her, but Brother Halar takes precedence, so... First things first, fill the rats. Then fill up that slot. This one, grab the one of these guys that we're missing. We need more production of Blessed Bones, because it's really nice to have a unit type that you can pull from just gold. And then, like, I want to pull more of these guys. But honestly, necromancers are good too. Here, I'm going to buy 10 necromancers. I'm going to split them across 2 slots for their incredible essence. And then it would be 2,000 plus purchase 1 ancient amber to get 1 more. I can do that. And then if I can get us to 2,800, if I can generate 2,400 gold off of wood sales, which I can, we can fill that slot up. Yeah, having a lot of markets is actually really nice. Oh, right, I do have to actually, I have to remember to press the buttons to purchase the resources, though. Okay, that army's in pretty much fighting shape. The zombie slot obviously is a little sad, but we're completely the fuck out of money, so only so much to be done. All right. What I want to do is rush after Msugna and get him involved in combat. You are going to have to wait. But I think we take her to the beacon now, right? She can help recap stuff in the area at least. And that is indeed the one. Actually, if I do this right now, I'm not going to move her yet. She's almost out of movement. I'm a little worried that if I teleport her across, Msugna's gonna throw away the whole plan just to murder her, which I think actually is not even like a crazy thing to do. So let's give him a second to get pressured by Halar. Okay, now they have 2 armies in position. And my guess is that at the very least, they're both massively built and full of dragons. We might have to let the other dude run wild a little bit. I might have to come around and deal with this. The problem is the other dude's army is the one that's already weakened. I need to get to the point where I have 2 armies up, and it's not going to take that long at 15,000 income per turn. But it's gonna be another turn or 2. Yeah, I think I gotta stick to the plan. Alright, you confirm, run over here. Is there anything important for you to do in the area? No, you've already touched all the stuff. Oh, you didn't touch that. Okay, so we can do that while you're waiting for this to get cleared up. Okay. Over here, we still have another small slot, and at this point, like a croft, I guess. Yeah, that probably is the thing that makes sense. We are going to need an awful lot of money-making structures as well. And also places to hire bone friends from. So here we need a mausoleum. Ah, but this place needs a crypt if I'm to have a mausoleum. Well, we probably don't need this rally point anymore, actually. Well, this town's closer to the beacon, though. Yeah, maybe that's... Maybe we want to do a little remodeling of our plan here. Alright. Let's make this a trading post. I will sell this trading post. And this rally point. We'll make this a crypt. And then we'll make a mausoleum here. That way we maintain the rally point that's near the beacon, but we also gain a proper Seneschal and Hallowed Bones recruitment structure. Ichamo is not going to be able to catch up with Brother Halar, but he's probably going to head in this direction. Yep. So that I have to fight both armies in quick succession, because the AI is cruel in this way. Let me go up here and get the mausoleum going. The tier 2 upgrade requires a stonework, so I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this stuff a little bit. So I'm not gonna bother upgrading this for sure, because we're gonna just delete it and turn it into a stoneworks, and then after the upgrade, we're gonna delete it and turn it back into a crypt, probably. The goofy things that they make us do to upgrade our buildings. You know what? There's no reason for this not to be like a croft, at least. This guard tower is not necessary either, but also there's very little value in selling it right this second, since we can't build anything else in the settlement anyway. Okay, well, we'll take the rest of your move in just a second. Let's go clear these nerds out of my town. They do get the walls, which sucks a little bit. Yeah, why don't you give me on the quick battle here? I had to say, this is stressful. It gives me a victory, actually, at a remarkably low cost. That's not bad at all. Yeah, we lose all the zombies. We lose like a handful of these dudes. I don't think I'm going to beat that. I don't think I would get that, even that good of an outcome. I accept your terms. As the last of the Rana fell, Msugna was captured and brought before Brother Halar. You may have won, but if I die, I am at peace. Life returns to the marsh. Share your essence with me, kin. I will speak with this one. Absolutely. And how polite of you to ask. Yeah, it's nice that she's asking now. Brother Halar opened up his mind to Aurelia, and through his essence, she spoke to Msugna. The words could barely be heard, but in the end, the Rana wielder nodded, gave one glance at Brother Halar, and left. If you let me use your essence, I can reach most things, creatures, and places. The oath empowers us all. What did you tell the Rana? That they were unwise to rise, and if they stayed deep in their marsh, we would not bother them. They can have those swamps, but any Rana seen outside will be dealt with. An excellent suggestion. Let us hope they follow it. Okay, so maybe we won't see that particular wielder again. I mean, it would be pretty cool if we were in a position where we were, if we had created a position here where we're limiting the number of armies. They can have it one time. I think I'm gonna boot this here. Brother Halar, interact with this settlement. Hire in these guys, these Banes, and then that's not very many rats, and we're still at full on our rats. I'm gonna balance these. Okay, so I hired out the Legionnaires, or at least most of them. I think I'm gonna replace this crypt with a rally point because of the way the battle is turning here. Like, we're gonna need to be able to reinforce in this town. And I'm short a stone. Ridiculous. So remarkably, his army is actually still in really good shape. Let's go have you meet up with Brother Halar, because at this point he's holding on to a lot of trinkets and stuff, and we should rebalance her gear. Because, like, the mechanical bird and the braid of the horned ones, I don't know. The golden goose, I think I am going to hold on to. But we have a lot of... I wish I could do a just show me trinkets. So we have plus creation essence. Right now he's on Arcana double destruction. And I think I'm cool with that. Let's give you that. And, you know, creation essence is interesting. Oh, we took that cowl back. So 30% spell damage resistance for this army, I think, is actually pretty good. Our enemies do a lot of spell damage stuff. Let's give you spell damage resistance gloves, because I don't need them so much. Yeah, you should take these. And then somebody should wear this cowl. Do I trade out 12 defense for all of the essences? She still doesn't have very good spells, unfortunately. I wonder if you know what? Let's have him be this one. Because he's got the really powerful spell casting. +1 range, +5 view. Man, +1 range. I guess we're okay without it. like, there's such a... We got to get in contact with Ambertina as well. Actually, yeah, give me back all the stuff that's, like, really good that you're not using. I guess the spray to the horned ones, and maybe we can... Or, you know what? She's going to be behind a lot. Maybe she should hold on to all the gear we intend to give to Ambertina. So, like, this stuff. Here's a trinket that's probably pretty good. Actually, this trinket might be better for you than, like, the creation essence. The heater shield. Celestial breastplate. This thing. Alright, that should be enough to power up Ambertina once we get her back out here. And then you just hang out for a turn, or I guess, like, walk toward the granary. We'll get that granary up. Alright, and you are moving back up in the direction of the rest of the enemies. I don't know how far Ichamo can reach. He might be able to get to us here, right? We've seen that the AI armies do seem to have even more massive amounts of movement than we have. Do I want to bring... Ambertina will be free next turn. We may as well wait. I might back up, actually, because I do think Ichimo is going to come at us. Not that I don't think we can handle it, but obviously if we fail to handle it, we have to go back in time instead of just losing the battle and doing a thing here because of arbitrary rule structures. Okay, heading north. Okay, so you're gonna grab that. Let's pop up to here. Or where's that other beacon? It's all the way down there. Actually, we want to resurrect Ambertina here. All right, yeah, you got some interacting to do. We're gonna grab the beacon and then we'll figure out everything else. But I want to make sure that we have all the backline beacons, because at this point, if we can ever get to 7 beacons, you know, obviously it's important that we do so. All right. So let's fill this army. Do I want to make this 2 stacks of 10, or do I want to collapse this to a single stack, fill it, and then pull? We have enough rats for another full stack. That's got to be the move. A full stack of rats is such a powerful unit under Hilar's command. And then that leaves 14,000, with which we could kick out the zombies and grab seneschals or something, right? I think I'm going to do that. Here, you take these zombies. Seneschals are not the greatest units in the world, but they definitely have value. I wish we had enough Blessed Bones to take the slot over. Yeah, these things definitely do damage. Okay, and with that, we are headed to the north to break some shit and generally make a nuisance of ourselves. And you kind of just hang out, I think. We want to just have you sit and wait for another turn. Alright, so up here we made our trading post and our rally point. Down here, this still isn't completed somehow. Shit is taking forever. We are going to sell this and turn that also into a croft, I think. What does it cost to upgrade a croft? So it's 150 extra gold per turn. We're still always short Glimmerweave. But improving our income is one of the few things we can still be doing to gain significant power. Yeah, and I guess you're just hanging back here and waiting for gold and troop levels. All right, you're gonna grab. I mean, this is. Oh, hold on. Touch the lectern before you leave. Go hit that secluded monastery. Impressive is just not very impressive. We'll grab this, and this will put us at 5. And then there are 2 beacons not that far north of Brother Halar. Like, we can get to 7. This can totally happen. I don't think I want to be stuck in place. I do want to take the watchtower. I want to fuck up their vision. But I think at this point, if we just have Brother Halar do this, I'm not actually going to have her wait. I've changed my mind. She's going to grab a stack of these and... Gosh. She does not have a lot of money, does she? Stacks of stuff. It's really expensive. Oh, you're just not producing. Man. All right, well, I'm glad I came over here accidentally while looking for the one that represented this town. So this has got to get turned into a stoneworks briefly. We will, for the moment, just draft these troops because we're going to flip it back. It's going to get upgraded. So this becomes a stoneworks for 1 round. Maybe it's better not to pull her up. I was just thinking she can run at one of the beacons while Brother Halar draws the enemy army toward the other one. We don't know for sure whether the map will end in victory immediately when we get the beacons, but we can hope. So next turn you'll get 1. I don't know if she'll be able to get there in 1 turn, but if she can, we can go to 7 next turn. So I'm very curious to see how this works out. Okay, that other guy doesn't show up to stop us. So we're taking this. You do, in fact, make it to this thing. And then you make it to this one. Okay. So we got that 3-turn countdown timer message last time too, and it turned out to be a lie. Let's hope it's a lie this time. You're actually going to use this. Just to warp up here, because it speeds up your travel a little bit. Magnolia needs to back off as much as possible. And Halar, I guess, can go grab some bonus stats for the battle that is surely coming. But I don't see that guy at all. I don't know where he went. I mean, I guess I'm going to fall back a little. Very curious. As the unseen claimed the seventh beacon, the luminous image of Aurelia filled the sky above them. Many fell to their knees, their arms outstretched, the legions saluted, and all voices rose together, reciting her oath. Yes, this is the foothold we need. Soon our enemies will cower and surrender, and those who have been lost to us will return to their faith, return to me, and the Empire will grow stronger. Together for her. Yes, together for her. There is more to be done, my kin. Ambertina, return to Grey Tor and lend your strength to Vish. He will know what to do to bring power to the oath, but we need the people on our side. Arleon will be the heart of the Empire. Yes, my Empress. My Empress, I have proven myself against the Rana here. I wish to continue your work and claim more beacons in your name. Follow the traces of Everthink left in the archway portals and capture the other beacons they've repaired. Recruit them if you can. I will send additional help. It would be my honor, Empress. Well, this is all very well, but I have pressing research that I've ignored for far too long. My kin, with the most entertaining mind I've encountered. Sort of a soft burn. I will now share with you all the knowledge of the beacons and other wonders of my time, that the Empire might flourish as never before. How wonderful! Come along, my furry fellows. Aunt Aurelia is finally going to answer all our questions. Oh, okay, and that is in fact the end. All through the lands, the light of the beacons delivered hope to the faithful and attracted more devout followers every day, with their promise of a peaceful golden age. The Second Aurelian Empire was born. Okay, I thought there might be more to that just because of hold on.
Show us the way. Her oath, return them all together for her. Her peace will reign again together for her. Her essence everywhere together for her. We pray. By blood and bone, my essence now forever, I pledge to thee in peacetime and in war. Aurelia the great in your endeavors, I swear my oath to serve forevermore. Aurelia, Aurelia eternal, I lay my worth to measure on your scale. You hold us all protective and maternal. May those who stand against you ever fail. If I am called, my oath will soon deliver my body, soul, and spirit to your side. For Arleon, Aurelia eternal, I swear this oath, so I will never die.
Okay, that's kind of fascinating. And that's it. We did it. We did the whole thing. Yeah, that's kind of fascinating because, first of all, that answers our question about, where the bard scenes are located, sort of, in the world and in time relative to everything else. But also, that's so clearly the climax of the thing. The campaign as we have it here, these 16 missions, really feels like a prologue to the real story, right? But within that, this is clearly the climactic moment. This is clearly the last bit of setup where the Empire of Aurelia is established, and this is going to be a matter of opinion, but that was the best song. The songs in this part have been the best. I think, like, I wonder why they're ordered the way they are, because I think this is very clearly the last one you're supposed to play, and we kind of got there accidentally just because of the timing of things coming out. But this is the ending. This is the ending of the campaign. That Barian story is definitely not. It's so self-contained. It's super weird that there is it's super weird that for the amount that the other people see Murkoth and Korra Lightbringer, it's super weird that we didn't actually get to raise them or play them in this campaign. Like, clearly this temporally happens before many of the other things we see. But in terms of like its plot impact and everything, it feels like the actual conclusion to me. I don't know. Weird. It's weird that it's in this order. I liked this one the best, though. Of the campaigns, I think I like this one the best, and the Rana is probably close behind. But I think that probably, with having completed the campaign, that's probably going to be the end of the series. We've devoted quite a bit of time to this thing, and I do think it's rad. Songs of Conquest, yeah, I think it's a cool game. I have played a little bit of some of the other maps. I'm maybe going to skip past some of this. We got the credits for the people who actually made the game, and now we're on to like production companies and publishers and stuff. Just to point this stuff out. So there's these conquest maps, right? That are the sort of one-off separate maps. I have played around a little bit on these conquest maps, which are just like, you know, designed for one-off games. They have a variety of win conditions. There is, of course, you know, defeat all enemies on a lot of them, but also beacons of power, or I think there's a couple of other victory conditions. Yeah, find a particular object. There's an artifact that's very important. And you can see the maps are, you know, they're built for multiplayer. But you can play against AI on them. And this is like a very compelling way to do things. I will say, I'll warn you right now, these are harder. If you get on these and you turn the AI up, you are going to feel it. But there are also these scenario like puzzle maps that you can do. The game actually has a sort of like a simple procedural generator for maps. If you love Conquest mode so much, but you've seen all this stuff already, you can just get somewhat randomized maps. My guess is that it's pretty fun in multiplayer. I haven't actually done any multiplayer. Yeah, I just think there's a lot here. It has, you know, a built-in map editor and stuff. It's game rules. This is good. I'm super happy to have found this. So that's going to be it for us for today and for this series. And thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're taking on something a little bit less expansive, a little bit more down in the dark. I'm very excited for it. I hope y'all are as well. And we'll see you then.